Hello everybody! For those of you who don't know, today, July 1st, is International Joke Day. So, of course, I prepared a compilation of science jokes to lighten up your day. Now, I know the frequency of bad science jokes hurts, but I think you'll enjoy these. Or, who knows, maybe all the good ones are gone. Now, I'd start by telling a joke about noble gases, but I wouldn't get a reaction. So, wanna hear a joke about potassium? Okay. Why are photons so fast? Because they're traveling light. What do you get if you dissolve a tooth? A 1 molar solution. Why did the attacking army use acid? To neutralize the enemy base. A chemist and his friend walk into a bar. The chemist says, "I want H2O, please." And his friend says, "Well, I'll get H2O too." Only the chemist walks out of the bar. Why don't scientists trust particles? Because they make up everything. Now, I do have biology jokes as well, but I need to wait for the right timing. Why did the bear dissolve in water? Because it was polar. You know, at first I was confused as to what a Geiger counter had to do with a banana. But then it clicked. Why are cells bad at math? Because they multiply by dividing. What does fluorine post on YouTube? Reaction videos. Why did the mushroom go to the party? Because it was a fun guy to be around. You know, parents always complain about teens going to sleep late and never waking up early, but they just don't understand. A body in movement stays in movement, and a body at rest stays at rest. Why did the physicist break up with the biologist? Because there was no chemistry. What did the biologist tell the frog? Looks aren't everything. It's what's inside you that matters. Potassium and iodine got arrested for assault. I was also gonna tell a joke about sodium, but nah. My cousin handles cold really well. He cooled himself down to minus 273.15 degrees Celsius and he was okay. Why did the hipster get cancer? He wore skinny jeans. Why are chemists good at solving problems? Because they know all the solutions. You know, the life of an observer is hard. When you have the energy, you don't have the time. And when you have the time, you don't have the energy. Why are prisons for plants so safe? Because they have walls around their cells. You know what I tell to physics problems? Why did Allen write his testimony? Because he was dying. The white blood cells tried to kill HIV, but it was all in vain. Nitrogen. Fast nitrogen. A girl told a physicist she was attracted to him like a planet to its star. Then they broke up. Ammonia is not hard to make. It's really basic stuff. You know what really gets on my nerves? Myelin. The dendrochronologist didn't get a girlfriend, but that's because he only dated trees. I think he should branch out more. Why did Heisenberg hate driving? Because when he looked at the speedometer, he'd get lost. Now, unfortunately, the rest of my jokes were assumed negligible, so I'll have to end it here. It took a while to gather and come up with all these, so if I made you laugh, please like and subscribe. After all, it's like a neutron, free of charge. Tune in next year for a skit compilation. See ya!